Yeah, I don't know. It's interesting because, like, I assume, right, we're going to have what November, December, January, February, March. So we're going to have 5 pay-per-views for AEW, even though they're not doing monthly pay-per-views. So I would
Dude.
say, I'd say the over/under is 2.5 pay-per-view matches. So I'd probably go the over and think that we're going
Okay.
to get 3 pay-per-view matches featuring Sting and Darby. I don't think the final match would be a singles match because, like,
Ah, yeah.
if you put someone over, like, it doesn't matter. So maybe that's it seems like him and Sting, if you want to decide, like, hey, him, Christian, Luchasaurus, Nick Wayne is maybe you build that for 6 months and you culminate it there. If you want to do that, that can work. I just don't know who's on the roster that feels like, I don't know. There's no one that he's never beaten, right? That's like not like a career thing and whatever. And him winning, I think is totally fine. I think that works for the character too. And so beating a guy like Christian or Luchasaurus or even Nick Wayne when he's 18 doesn't make me upset as a fan that you're not going out on your back, sort of thing,
Yeah.
right? So I would say that would be the initial take, but that's a lot of time to do multiple matches with that. So I would assume that they'll finish that and move on to something bigger, but I can't. Nothing's coming to my mind right now. I just hope it's not a Jeff Jarrett, Jay Lethal sort of thing. So Jay Lethal cannot be like the gatekeeper for old men having their last match.
No,
I
no, it
refuse.
has to be something better than that for
Yeah,
sure. Yeah, I mean, I'm with you. I mean, I definitely don't think you go the singles match route, and I know there's
yeah.
going to be like pushback on that opinion, but look, he's 64.
He knows more than anybody, Sting, that's not a good idea, right? That's why he
It's
has to.
not a good idea, and it's just not worth the risk. I mean, like,
Yeah,
let's say you go out there and try to have a singles match, and you're 64 years old and you crap the bed. It's like
yeah,
you don't want to go out. You don't want to go out like that. Like I
no,
think you want to protect yourself as far as that goes, and I think Sting is smart enough not to do that. Like he's got Darby Allin out there. Darby Allin can take 80% of the match, and
yeah,
Sting can come in and do his thing, and you ride off into the sunset. I think that's definitely the way to go. And there's no shame in that. Like I said, this isn't Ric Flair at 50 going out. Like this is 64 years old. Um, I think like I'm trying when I think about an opponent. I wrote about this for SCScoops.com. It's up now. I was looking at like Ricky Starks and Big Bill as like a final tag team match. And it can go either way in terms of the finish. Like I think if you want to put Ricky Starks over in particular, okay, you can have him beat Sting and Darby. It ends Sting's career. I wouldn't go that route. But if you really wanted to put Ricky Starks over strong, give him a reason to stay. I mean, he can talk about that win for, the rest of his career as a heel. But also, like, if you decide, like, okay, we want Sting to go out on top, how cool is that? Like, winning the tag titles with Darby Allin, and then he hangs it up. I mean, I think that's a cool way to send him off with gold, but not it's not singles gold. It's not like the meaningless trios championships. It's not the Ring of Honor tag team championships. It's like legitimate AEW
yeah.
tag team
Top
title stuff,
top
and then
top 3 belt in the
top
company,
top
right?
three belt.
Yeah,
Yeah, top
men's,
3 out of
women's, and
20.
then the tag belts are still the top 3. They're the original 3 belts.
Yeah,
So
the original 3 belts, and so I think that's kind of a cool way if you wanted him to go out like, and I kind of think that that's what's going to happen. I think like conventional wisdom tells you, okay, Sting's gonna do the favors for somebody, but he can't have a singles match. So it's
yeah,
like you're not really. It's not really the same, Like yes, Ricky Starks, if you pin Sting to end his career, like yes, you can talk about that, but it's not the same thing as beating him in a in a singles match. So I think I would just go with you end Revolution with that match. You celebrate Darby and Sting, and locker room comes out or whatever, and that's goodbye to Sting. And Tony Khan's Tony Khan. The guy's a super fan. I don't think
yeah,
he's gonna want to kick dirt on Sting as he walks out the door.
correct. And I love him getting some gold on the way out. I think the placement I could be open to. Maybe they win it, and then there's like another match, but then they're going to lose it. So I like your booking of it better because it feels like, well, no way he's out. He's on the way out. There's no way they're going to win it, and it's like a huge moment. And like depending what's going on with the world title at that time, like that probably has to main event.
Oh yeah,
Uh,
yeah.
if you want to really do it up in a certain way, and then you have if it's Ricky Starks and Big Bill or another tag team, not FTR,